How you doing? Uh, my name is Jeffrey, and I am doing a screen capture on the installation, or I should say the configuration, installation, and testing of Hadoop and MapReduce, okay, on a Linux instance. And I'm using the Open Broadcast software, which that's what this is. Um, I'm going to, in this video, in this screen capture, I'm going to talk to you about um, a few things. I'm going to talk to you about MapReduce. I'm going to talk to you about the Google uh, Cloud Compute Engine and the Google Cloud Platform, because in this particular capture, I am going to, this particular tutorial project, I should say, I am going to install, or I should say, I'm going to create a VM instance and create a Linux Ubuntu 14.04 instance. I'm going to do that in, or I should say on, Google's cloud platform using their compute engine. Okay, and then I've written a Python script that is going to automate the installation and well, it's going to automate the retrieval, the configuration, and the installation of Hadoop. And it's going to create us a script where we just need to copy and paste a few commands, okay, at the end to test it. So with that said, I have already logged into my Google account, okay. And when you first log into your Google Cloud Platform account, which is usually you usually do that with your normal Gmail address. This is the page you're presented with. Okay, so you got some standard options here: why Google, products, solutions, launcher, pricing, customers, documentation, yada yada yada. I'm going to click My Console. All right, and then once you click My Console, it brings you. This is what you call. This is what is considered to be your dashboard. Okay, I have a project here, a dummy project I have created to show you what a project looks like, and it shows you what your project looks like, and then shows you uh, what the CPU is doing in your project. Gives you some compute engine statistics. Um, you have some. It shows you some API information that you can choose or whatnot. So I'm actually going to delete. I'm going to go to manage all projects real quick and delete this project, and that way we will be presented with a new project altogether. Okay, or excuse me, we will be presented with the opportunity to create a new project altogether. All right. Now, if you've seen some of my screencasts previously on this channel, I have done some stuff with Amazon Oz on EC2, some different tuts on that, and some cloud administration or whatnot. And you will, if you've watched those, you know this. You probably have noticed that this is much different. Google Cloud Platform is laid out much different than Amazon. Okay, it's still very, very nice. Google is this is very, very unique. It's still very, very nice, but it is much different. All right. So now that we've done that, and I should say now that I just deleted that project that I had, I'm going to create a new project. Okay, and the name of this project is going to be Alphabet Hadoop, meaning that the Alphabet is the name of Google's parent corporation. That's Google's parent corporation now, Alphabet Incorporated, and Hadoop is the name of the project because that's what we're doing. We're trying to install a Hadoop instance on a Linux instance, which this is a whole bunch of virtualization going on here. Okay, so once our project gets started, we're going to be given the option. Our project has started. So to interact with our project, we have to go to products and services. You see my finger over here moving around this thing, and hit this drop down menu. But instead of dropping down, it's going to actually slide a window to the right. We're going to have a side browser, which it just did. Okay, now here's you got a few different options, as you can tell. I'm going to choose Compute Engine. I want to go to the Compute Engine. Now it's going to take a second for the Compute Engine to verify and give us this to initialize, I should say, and give us this create instance option on the VMs. Okay, Now I have created a very long, very lengthy um, Python script that does quite a few things. It's got like 13 or 14 functions in it. Other documents. Home. Where am I at here? Scripts for Hadoop. That's what I want. No, that's not what I want. Go back one. Go to me. This is what I want right here. Open. I have created a very lengthy, like as I was saying, Python script here with a bunch of functions. Okay, I was coding for a long time to get this done. It does quite a bit. All right. Let me think here. What? I'm looking for something that I don't want to do just yet. I want to add user local Hadoop /bin to that, and I want to do the same to here. Real quick, I'm going to modify this. Forgot to do this. Control V. I'm actually going to run this script. I'm just going to print it, so it doesn't really matter, but I still would like to have it right. Excuse me, I had to cough there. And my elbow's itching, which is not good. Okay, and one more time right here. Bloop. That is correctamundo. Alright, and we are not going to run this, we just want to print this. Make those comments. It's gone against what I've decided to do with that. Okay, everything should be right with that. I'm going to save this. Alright. I'm going to save as. Save as. Yes, that is correct. That's what I want to do. Replace that. Okay. Oh, whoops, excuse me. Create instance. We don't want to do Europe. We know that. We want to do the US East B. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. And right here, I'm going to name my instance Google Cloud Hadoop. Okay. And we're going to give it, we're going to customize this. Instead of doing 1 CPU, I'm going to make it 2, which automatically takes the default on memory to 7.5, which would be like that would be like short-term memory, like RAM. And even though I'm actually using a DB and Jesse derivative here. You name, as you can tell, Debian 4.3. This operating system is based off Debian Jesse 8.3. I am not going to use Debian Jesse 8.3 for my cloud image. I'm going to change that to Ubuntu 14.04. Okay. And this is the Ubuntu 14.04 image. Select that image. Alright, I like Debian Jesse a lot. I have it on another laptop of mine, a Dell Inspiron. It is a fantastic desktop operating system. I highly recommend it. It is about as friendly as you get to new, as far as being new to Linux. That's about as friendly as you're going to get, besides maybe Ubuntu. I don't even, they're close. They're very close. Okay, so I'm going to create this image. Oh, as the image just initializes. As the image initializes, I'm going to talk to you all about this my Hadoop program that I have written here. Hadoop. So what this program does basically is it creates the first function is going to create a wget script that is going to download the Oracle JDK 7U21 the Oracle JDK 7 version 21. It's going to download the Hadoop 1.12 tar gunzip archive. It is going to download the chew wordcount2.jar file, and it is going to download the Gettysburg.txt file. That's what the first function is designed and created to do. Alright, the second function is going to install the JDK. That is what it is designed to do. The third function is going to make some changes and append some changes, add these 4 lines of text, which is to our etc syscontrol.conf file. Alright, and then we are going to run a sudo syscontrol -- system command for our new parameters to load, for the new settings to load. Alright, so once that happens, our machine and our kernel will know that we want to disable IPv6. Okay. Next on the agenda is the extraction of Hadoop, followed by the creation of a bash source file .bashadmin, which will give environment variables for the Hadoop instance. Alright, and then a conditional statement will be added to the local .bashrc to source the bashadmin. That's what the this function right here is for that I've created. Okay, and then HadoopInstall env appends the export Java home statement to that file in order for Hadoop to know where Java home is and what it is. Okay, and now the next 3 functions are going to write XML files for configurations. The first one's going to be core site.xml. Okay, we're going to overwrite that file and give it the parameters that we want in XML. Alright, we're going to give it a description and the properties that we want. The next function is going to do the same thing to the map red site.xml file. Alright, and the next function is going to do the same thing to the HDFS, the Hadoop file system site .xml file. Excuse me. Okay, and then the next function after that one is going to do some things to the Hadoop user. It's going to, the HD user. It's going to create the Hadoop group. It is going to move the chew word count.jar file to the Hadoop root /binary directory. It is then going to make a directory called app Hadoop temp, and then change the ownership of that directory to HD user and Hadoop. Okay, and then we're going to format the Hadoop file system right here. That is what this statement does in the Hadoop start function. Then we are going to start the instance, the Hadoop instance. Okay, then we're going to put the Gettysburg.txt file, which we also download in the bash script in the first function. It actually, a wget is performed on a Dropbox URL to download this Gettysburg address.txt file. Okay, and then the user local Hadoop bin Hadoop binary fs with the r remove recursively flag is going to delete that Gettysburg. So we're basically just going to initialize that spot. Okay, and then we're going to print out this Gettysburg, this runburg.sh. I'm actually going to call this Gettysburg real quick. Gettysburg.sh. Okay, we're going to print this out for us to easily just copy and paste 2 commands later on. Okay, and we're going to call those 13 functions, or however many functions there are. Wow, that was loud. Alright, so I'm going to save this. Save as. Save as. We're going to save that. We're going to end up copying and pasting this from terminal to terminal here in a moment. Alright, close this. Alright, so our instance is up and going. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, there's 4 or 5 ways that you can connect to an instance on Google Cloud Compute. Okay, you can either generate a key, something like this right here, SSH keygen TRSA, something like this right here, and go, whoops, what happened there? Oops, my bad. Forgive me. Do something like this, and then go and copy your key, and then paste your key into a spot we actually didn't get to look at because I was just said I'm not going to do that this time. All right, so like that. I don't actually want this on my system right now. All right, so or you can use the Google Cloud Tools SDK and download that script and run that, and that'll give you access to the G Cloud tools commands. Okay, that's like a special software development kit, and it allows you to interact with your cloud image via SSH, but using special administrative binaries. All right. A fourth way is to connect to a Debian Jessie image, activating this Google Cloud shell right here, and then from your Debian Jessie image, connect to your whatever other image you're using, and the cloud activate the cloud shell. The cloud shell comes up within your browser right here, okay? But we're not going to activate our cloud shell. We are going to activate the cloud SSH dot developer Google developer shell, okay? And we're going to do that like this right here. And this is very, very neat, and this is a very, very lovely shell. We are about to do this right now, guys. This is going to be exciting. Working in the cloud, working with Goog. Google makes some really nice stuff. They usually do a very good job on all their products. This is one of them. All right, and this is the HD user. What is going on here? Alphabet Hadoop. I'm already the HD user. Interesting. Well, that's good. Okay, so we have logged in here. First off the bat, I am going to do something here. I'm going to change up my PS1 variable. Alright, so I'm going to go into my bash RC file. I'm going to scroll down here. I want some color. There's nothing wrong with a little color. A little color makes it better. Sometimes makes it more appealing. Alright. Now, we are in the cloud, as it says, cloud ssh.developers.google.com shell. Alright. And I'm going to copy and paste that right there, which I have done. And I'm going to come back over here and I've done that. And am I forcing this? I am forcing this. So I've already created my Hadoop user here, okay? HD user. Clear that. Source.bashrc, and I have done that. Okay. So I'm going to generate an SSH key real quick. Yes, I'm going to generate an SSH key real quick. So SSH keygen TRSA P. Yes, that is fine. ID RSA, that's what I want. So that is done. Now I'm going to cat home slash dot SSH dot ID to home let's name this thing. Hang on. Yeah, make that ls.ssh. Is the name of that? Yes, that's correct. I think. I believe that is correct. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to try to connect to my local host. Yes. And I have been added. All right, guys. So I'm going to update the local database here. I've actually written I've written two programs to facilitate the automation of the retrieval, configuration, installation of Hadoop. All right, believe it or not. So let's open our our local terminal here, and let's cat Hadoop homework4.py. This thing is massively long. Okay, I'm not kidding you not. It is functional. It is imperative. I got all kinds of paradigms flying around through this thing. Procedural, generic even. Okay, even object-oriented. Oh, yeah. Even object-oriented. I don't know if you heard that, but when I press down too hard, it gives me a beep noise notifying that you need to quit pressing on the arrow key. So it's gonna beep in my ear with these headphones on, which is like, oh man, stop doing that. Okay. Anyways, enough humor. So I'm about to copy and paste this massive script into the cloud via control. I just gotta do control V in the cloud. And okay, I shut the terminal like a goober. I can't do that. Cat that. Let's copy and paste this one more time. I lost everything that was in the buffer because the terminal then closed. I can't do that like that. Pretty sure this is right. This is going to be right. Alright, that is mine. Control Shift C, which I have done. Alright, bring this over here. Control Shift, Control by itself V to paste it into our Google. Notice how long that took? A long time. The buffer, huge buffer, I guess. Alright, let's exit that. So now we have our Hadoop script and we are ready. So I'm now going to exit this SSH connection. I'm going to let Hadoop use that. Alright. Make some checks. Okay. And as it says here, uname V, uname A. Alright, Linux, Google Cloud, Hadoop. And I am on uname A, local host 4.3 Cali, AMD. I'm actually doing a dual boot right now. I got two operating systems on my hardware right now. I got a Ubuntu 14.04 trusty tar desktop image, and I got this Kali desktop image. And now I am connected to Google's cloud platform, and I have initiated a VM instance on their servers of a Ubuntu 14.04 virtual image. So that's something to be proud of. I got all kinds of Linux going on these days. Alright, it's all I've ever used though. This project was actually supposed to use, or I should say the guidelines of this project assumed that you were using a Windows system and to install VMware Player, and then from VMware Player install Ubuntu as your ISO in your virtual machine, and then install Hadoop on your VM instance, which was on your local machine. Okay, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm taking it to the cloud. To the cloud we go. Alright, so Python, Hadoop, homework number 4, Pi. We're about to automate this. Are you ready? I'm hitting enter. So Houston, we have liftoff. Let's keep our fingers crossed, make sure everything goes well. We are downloading. We have downloaded. We are extracting the JDK. We are extracting Hadoop. We have tested the JDK. We are now starting. We just formatted the file system of the Hadoop instance. Alright. That was so fast. What a good job we did there. Okay, guys. Next on the agenda. Let's go into. Let's check and see if our Gettysburg file, which we have put, actually has anything in it. Yeah, that's right. User local Hadoop. Hadoop bin Hadoop fs. No, fs ls. Gettysburg .txt file. It cannot be accessed. That's interesting. Well, Well, let's try to put it there. Let's try to put it there. If it tells us that it already exists, then we know that something's wrong, right? Okay, let's run this command one more time. And it has 1486 characters in it. 1486 bits, that's what that looks like. Alright, so now that that is done, let's run our jar user local Hadoop binary Hadoop binary chew word count 2.jar file here, and we're going to run that on the Gettysburg text, and we want that to go to the HD users Getty, that says Hetty. No, this is not NCIS Los Angeles. They're out. Okay, user, make sure I've not made a mistake here. Out. Is this correct? User William choose jar file. Okay, that looks right. What just happened? HD user doesn't exist. What am I doing wrong here? Cat Gettysburg. What has gone wrong here? Hadoop jar user local bin. That is right. Oh, word count. That is what I forgot. I forgot to put word count in there. No wonder I gave it something. Wasn't even an option to it. Word count. Gotta give it an argument. Okay, are we ready? Let's try it one more time. There we go. Alright, our map. We have map percentage here. Alright. We have reduce. We have 100% map. Our reduce. What does our reduce look like here? It's going to go... What does the reduce look like? Uh-oh, 33%. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. What was it at? It was at 100%. Okay. So we do have an active Hadoop instance, and MapReduce is working. Alright, so let's now cat this command here. What we're going to do here is we're going to use the built-in cat command of the Hadoop file system, okay, to pipe user HD user Getty out part R 1 2 3 4 5. I think that's what that is. And we're going to pipe this to, we're going to redirect the output of this virtual cat command, which I'm about to show you. This right here is about to be a very, very interesting thing that I'm about to do here. Okay. FS. So user local Hadoop bin Hadoop. As we can see right here, user local bin Hadoop. So I'm executing the Hadoop binary and the FS with argument, which is its file system. I'm giving it the cat command, so telling it to run the cat on the Hadoop file system, and then it's going to cat what is in the user /HD user /Getty /out /part R part -R 1 2 3 4 5, okay, zeros, and that whatever is going to be the output of the Hadoop's file system cat command is going to be redirected via pipe. It's going to be piped into a cat command on this on the virtual image, the local version Ubuntu 14.04 virtual image, and its input. This thing, the cat command, the second cat command is then going to input that into a file called wordcount.txt file. Would you like to say that 3 times very fast? Okay, let's see what happens. HDuser, is that right? Is it right? Let's keep our fingers crossed. Maybe that went well. I don't know. ls, yes we do. We have the word count file, wordcount.txt file. Yes we do. Okay, these are the words. This is the word count in the Gettysburg Address given by Abraham Lincoln. All right, the word that was said 13 times. The word we, whoops, whoa, cancel that. My bad. The word we was said 10 times, as we can tell here. Scrolling up. I love this terminal Google's got going on, this little Cloud Shell terminal, but I don't like the fact it doesn't have scroll bars. That gets on my nerves. I'm not very good with this touchpad here, so it's like you got to be gentle. Let's see here. What other words can we look at here? Well, that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go down here. Okay, so as you can see, that is how you automate the configuration, the retrievable configuration installation of Hadoop, and then test Hadoop within a Linux instance, within a virtual machine instance on Google Cloud's platform using the Google Compute Engine. All right, so that's what I've done, and I'm actually I need to stop my Hadoop instance, which that would be good. User local Hadoop binary Hadoop. No, I don't do that. I'm going to do stop all. Stopall.sh. Okay. We're shutting down the Hadoop instance now. Stopping job tracker. Localhost stopping task tracker. And stopping a node. Alright. So, I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I'm about to cut this out here in a minute, but I am going to show you one last thing about the Google Cloud Compute and connecting to it. See, I'm about to exit the Cloud SSH developers terminal. Okay, I'm about to exit that. Now I'm about to go to the Google Cloud platform homepage. Okay, now remember me saying earlier that you could activate a Google Cloud Shell. I'm about to show you what that looks like. This is actually inside the web browser itself instead of being an external application, which is what we were just previously using. Okay, here I am. This is OopsGeo Cloud at Alphabet Hadoop. That is who I am. Correct? Correct. Uname. Hey. This is a Linux CS 6610 dev shell VM, and this is a 316 Debian kernel that I am now connected to. So what I can do here is I can get the RSA key that I created for my Alphabet Hadoop instance, and then copy those keys into my .ssh directory here, and then I can connect to my address, which is this address, my external XP my external IP right there. I can connect to that address. Okay, here, whoop, I didn't mean to do that. So for instance, if I pull a netstat here, stop that netstat. That's I don't know. Yeah, sudo netstat. If I pull a netstat here, I am at some different addresses. Okay, that is not the address that of my where'd my instance go? Go back to the compute engine. Look at my VM instances. Okay, that is not the external IP address. Do you understand? So I was going to use a Debian shell within my browser to connect to the Ubuntu instance. All right. Now, it's not just because I'm using a Debian-based operating system that there's a Debian shell within my browser. Okay. Every whether you're on Fedora, whether you're on SUSE, whether you're on Arch, if you open your Cloud Shell within your browser, oh, excuse me, that is what it's going to say. Okay. All right. Now that I've said all that, I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to log out of my Chrome account here. And by the way, I am using, I don't know if I told you, I am using a Debian instance. I'm using a Debian operating system. This is Kali. It's a Debian-based operating system, and I am using I believe I am using the desktop session is Enlightenment. This is Enlightenment. I used to use Enlightenment a long time ago. I've quit using Enlightenment here recently. I haven't used it in a couple years, but I had used it. I used it on Bodhi, and I installed it on BSD for about 4 years ago when it was like E15 or E16, and used it there. But this is a nice desktop environment. It's much different. By the way, I'm gonna throw this out here. It works. It's the way it's set up. It works different. Okay, it has got like kind of an MVC sort of layout to it, to where everything is done with a certain hierarchy. Okay, the way the widgets and the desktop environment handles tasks between applications. All right, and this is right here. This is called the iBar. Okay, and we've got different applications we can install on the iBar. I can put more applications on the iBar. And we have 4 different desktop two. I'm gonna go back one more. 2.0.3.0. Now I'm gonna go back to 2.0 and then back to 1.0. So we have many different desktop to virtual desktops. So come back over here to 0.1 to fool around with. All right. But anyways, I think there's 7 you can use on Enlightenment. Okay. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed my video on how to well, basically, I launched. Let's recite what we did. We logged into the Google Cloud Platform. We launched a VM instance. We created a project first. Then we launched a VM instance, and then we launched a Linux instance via a Ubuntu 14.04 image. Okay, and then we used the cloud SSH.developers Google terminal application to connect to our instance. All right, and then we ran our very lengthy the very lengthy Hadoop homework number 4 script here. This Python program that's working at around almost 378 lines with 378 lines with comments and everything, I do believe. Let me exit this. And that took us through the retrieval, the configuration, the installation of our Hadoop instance. Then we tested our Hadoop instance with a jar file, counting the amount of words in the Gettysburg Address.txt file, a copy of the Gettysburg Address speech, okay, to find out how many words were in it. And it obviously worked because that information was stored. And then we stopped our Hadoop instance, and then we logged out. So I hope this was informative, and guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful morning, day, whatever when you see this. And I'm about to shut off the OBS software here. Stop recording.